What's going on, YouTube? Lawrence of Asia coming at you once again. This time I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I'm stoked to be back here on this side of the planet. Just wanted to show you my face in the light, and I'm gonna do the video. Something like this, a little bit more relaxed. The lighting's not great, but that's okay. Gentlemen, hope you're doing absolutely well. Just finishing up a small workout in the gym. I've got a torn ligament here in the interior ankle from skiing with my oldest daughter in Korea recently. So it's a slow heal. It's a minor tear. It's not a full tear, it's a minor tear. So getting better and better daily. Flared up a little bit today. But, been ups and downs since coming here with the family. Girls, often when they're beautiful, there are ups and there are downs, gentlemen. I feel for you. I know very well, I know. It's important to remember compassion for those we love and also for ourselves, and allow that to guide the way. Sometimes our anger and frustration can get the best of us, but ultimately we want to guide those around us with love, right? So, gentlemen, hope you are all doing absolutely well, staying after it, staying active, not becoming complacent and stagnant. Last week or so, I've really just been, the last 2 weeks, I've been taking it easy a lot because I was bedridden, not really able to sleep without some kind of anti-inflammatory. Even took maybe a muscle relaxer one time as well, not a prescription, but try to stay away from medicine at all costs, if possible. But I wasn't able to sleep a couple nights, so helped me sleep on the plane as well. And anyway, gentlemen, want to talk to you this evening about basically East versus West, and being back in the States versus now being back here in Asia. I've been back here for about 2+ weeks. Like I said, I was skiing with my daughter there in Pyeongchang in South Korea. That was awesome. I've got a whole setup there, got a car and all, and the family's somewhat based there around the grandmother's house, and we've had our apartments and everything there as well. But we have recently secured an absolutely epic apartment. I'll call it a penthouse because it's a penthouse compared to most apartments. It's about 2,100 square feet. And it's, you don't need something so big. You know what I mean? You don't. But this really does feel like a home. And I am grateful to have grounded, because in the States, the intention going there this time was to purchase a home. And long story short, I realized that's not what I wanted to do, at least at this time. So I decided to hold off. And from the moment that I did decide to hold off, I had all the weight lifted, and I was able to breathe again, because I had been putting an immense amount of pressure on myself to make it happen, to secure a home in the States. And I was looking for something owner financed. Now we've secured a really awesome home with the apartment complex has 3-4 pools. It's got everything you could imagine. Literally got every single thing you could imagine. And it's also butts up against the mountains, so you've got mountain trails there as well. It's here in Mont Kiara, and I think we'll be absolutely stoked with it. Hope we'll be happy. But gentlemen, East versus West. I was riding with the agent in the car recently, the real estate agent, him and his wife. They were showing us all of Kuala Lumpur, all these different apartment complexes. And I just asked, I said, where in Kuala Lumpur, the biggest city here in Malaysia, one of the biggest cities in Asia, in Southeast Asia especially, I said, where's the most dangerous area? Where is an area that if you were to go, where's an area that's not safe? Like, where is there a ghetto area or an unsafe area? And he says, I said, is there any area where you could go, somebody might try to start some problem with you, where you just wouldn't be welcomed at all? And he said, no, that doesn't exist here in Kuala Lumpur. It doesn't exist in Malaysia, basically. People don't have the habit of starting problems. It's a country of immense peace, immense sincerity and heart. The Malaysians are absolutely amazing. God, I love the Malaysians so much. Since coming here, I've spent more than half of the last 15, 16 years here in Asia. I'm the foremost expert on Asian women and Asia itself as a Western man. And I have to say, there is literally not one place in Asia or Southeast Asia where the people are as kind as often. There's so many sweet people here. That's been my experience. Now, your experience can be reflected from the inside out. So if you're in harmony, perhaps the outside world's going to reflect harmony back to you, right? The law of attraction, so to speak. But I'll just say that all of the sincere exchanges that I've had since I've been here are so numerous and so often. They're so frequent, more so than anywhere else, including Thailand, including Bali, including the Philippines, literally, including Japan, any place I've been. So much so that it's just like, wow, this is confirmation. And not only is it confirmation, it's like, Nomad Capitalist, shout out to Andrew Henderson, shout out to Tai Lopez, go where you're treated best, right? Well, I feel absolutely blessed with the fact that I let go of all material possession and I traveled the world and explored. I did reconnaissance, my own spiritual adventure. And I know these places firsthand. I know these places so well. So I don't know them in theory. I don't know them in number. I know them. I know them perhaps even better than Andrew Henderson per se. I know them. I definitely know them better than Tai Lopez per se, because I've spent so much more time. I have so much more connection. I've had so many more exchanges, right, than most have. Now, of course, I have not spent all my time here, but the whole point in which I want to say is that I say all that to say this. Malaysia is the place in which I've been treated best. It's the place in which I've been treated the best. Really, sincerely, gentlemen. So for whatever that's worth, the life quality here is pretty good. It's an awesome place to have as a base, and then this being your base, you can then jump off from here and you can explore all the rest of Southeast Asia and Asia as well, and it's very affordable to do so. So that's an option. We're renting our 2,100 square feet apartment that is fully furnished, very nice, decked out in every way, absolutely beautiful, and the amenities at the apartment complex are insane. It's 1 kilometer up the hill, directly up the hill. It's the last apartment butting up against the mountains there. It's 1 kilometer away from the center of Mont Kiara here, where I'm at now, where we're currently staying for the next 2 nights. And, I found my place. I'm absolutely happy to be, to have this as a base for the next year. We can still take trips if we do so choose. My son's 8 months old now. So if we so choose, we can still travel around as well. And we're getting that apartment now. It's not a cheap apartment. If you were in KLCC, you can find more affordable stuff that's perhaps even more modern, just as nice, and perhaps with more young singles. Where we're staying is kind of the creme de la creme for apartments and international families and wealthier people here in Malaysia when it comes to condominiums here in Mont Kiara that don't want to be in the very center of all this, right? Just surrounded by buildings, right? So we're going to be up on the mountain, just a kilometer up the mountain with the view of the entire city, etc. And I'm not saying this kind of stuff to brag, gentlemen. I'm really not. I count myself absolutely blessed that I know this option is here because, for instance, my blood brother, he pays 23 after it's all said and done. I don't know, he pays 23, 24, probably, it gets up to $2,700 a month for all his bills and everything. And he's just renting, and it's a nice little home in Florida. But, but the point is that the place that I've gotten, you could not even get something as nice for, for double the price. You could not, it'd be impossible. So, and typically your money goes 3, 4, 5 times further. We stay in the very nicest area and take the nicest, some of the nicest stuff. Not the car, but the apartment, and life quality is great. I mean, I just buy as many juices for the family as we want, fresh squeezed juice. We just have it every day. When you're not spending $100+ a day on hotels in the States, traveling around, or Airbnbs, you can afford to spend money on juice and can order extra coffee. Gentlemen, I don't know who I'm speaking to. I don't know who will find this video. I don't even know what thumbnail I'm going to put up yet, but my heart goes out to you, gentlemen. If, you're having any kind of issues around women, I believe it's every single man's Achilles heel. I do. I believe it's every man's Achilles heel. Now, count yourself blessed if you have a woman who treats you well and has utmost dignity and respect for you at all times. Though she might be quite unattractive. Count yourself blessed, gentlemen. Because I tell you, the pretty ones, wow. I just see it day in and day out. I'm not even talking about my own girl, the entitlement and the prissiness is, just keeps up leveling more and more and more. A lot of these young women have never faced a challenge in their entire life. The moment that they do, they're ready to just burn it all down, and then reason kicks in. But, gentlemen, if you would like a free consultation, I'm open to having a free 15-minute consultation with you. I want to make my services available. Whether it is finances, travel, coming here to Asia, or something to do with the relationship, I'm available. Leave a comment below and then your number, and I'll text you, and then we can set up a call. Eventually I'll charge for this type of thing, but for now I want to make this service available to gentlemen and be of service. I truly believe that I have insight to such a depth in the psyche of men and women especially, but just into the depths of challenge in relationships and also the struggles that men have in this modern world with these modern women. God bless you all, gentlemen. It's tough. I do encourage you, if you're struggling and you want to shift your life, you want to have a change, you want your life to look and feel different, let go of material possession, book a flight to Thailand. Don't spend your time in Bangkok. Go to Chiang Mai, go to Pai. Come here to Kuala Lumpur. I recommend Chiang Mai and Pai, 2 great places here in Southeast Asia. Hard to beat for single men, where you've got international folks from all around the world, including the most beautiful Asian women as well, from their respective countries. All that stuff that you own, gentlemen, owns you. Let it all go. Let it all go. Find your true self. Real happiness and real fulfillment will never be found in the arms of a woman. It will never be found with a woman. You'll need to be whole and complete to truly attract that woman. How will you be whole and complete? You'll be whole and complete by finding your true self, by knowing your true self, by letting go all of that, all the identifying factors, all of the labels which are not you. You let go of all the labels which are not you, Adam, the name, engineer, right? You let it go. Let go of those labels. We're not our labels. Let go of all of them. Let go of all of them. And then keep letting them go until you dissolve all that and realize your true self, which is just true presence. It's just pure being. It's not something that can be spoken about to be realized. It's something that must be experienced. But it's my prayer, hope, and wish that you find it. For in that lies all your true richness, gentlemen. God will give you everything that you want in this life until you realize ultimately that you want a personal relationship with Him. Let go of the material. Chase the women if you do so choose. But you'll never find satiation in those carnal pursuits. That's been my experience. Now, few men have tasted those carnal pursuits with the caliber of women that I've had. But any man who has can tell you that it's a lost cause. It's a fun hobby. It's a great hobby. It's an awesome hobby. Maybe the ultimate hobby. Hunting, right? But ultimately, satiation comes from knowing oneself. Sitting in the peace and presence of being itself. In gratitude for this life, this opportunity to be present and experience. Hope that resonates for you, gentlemen. Hope that hits home. That would be my target audience. You know what I mean? Those who are after something more than meets the eye. Yet, those who still find themselves chasing the lady in the red dress. All right, gentlemen. I do love you all. God bless. God bless. God bless. Reach out to me. Leave a comment below. We can break up your phone number or something like that. Consultation's open. Intend to start a podcast. You know what? You don't want to talk too much about what you're going to do. You just want to do it, right? You talk about things too much, and then you put an unnecessary pressure and you taint the creative process. You taint the flow. All right. God bless. We'll see you in the next one, gentlemen. Love you all. Peace.